Kaspa is showing the first signs of weakness in a very long time. Is a correction on its way? In fact, this is what we're going to be talking about in today's update. So please do like, subscribe, comment if you find value, share these updates so more like-minded people that are interested in Kaspa can be aware of these videos. Because of course, as we've seen since the inception, it's been lovey-dovey. We've only been going up for months on end, and these corrections don't last too long. But is there signs that Kaspa could be rolling over these next months? In fact, the first Kaspa video was not well received on the channel simply because we were talking about how Kaspa could be potentially rolling over, and this did not agree with everyone's stance that is involved in Kaspa, as the whole time this has pretty much existed, it's been up only. So the fact that I was here sticking my neck out and saying Kaspa could be about to crash over these next months, it didn't really stand too well with the Kaspa community. But I am only here as a messenger. It's not what I personally want. In fact, if you are here on the channel for long enough, you know that I really don't care what happens. I'm just a messenger, and I want to basically prepare everyone so they can protect themselves as much as possible. So what we're now seeing on the 5-day time frame, I'm going to remind you guys why I made a bearish video as the first video for Kaspa on the channel. Now, simply because I'm seeing something on this chart that has never been seen before. Yes, we've had dumps, but we haven't had this signal flash on the chart, and we're getting that for the very first time now, simply because this indicator is taking up, each day's 5 days, so it's going to be highly accurate the higher the time frame we go. And of course, there's less information on the higher time frames as there's less candles. But turning on this indicator now, what we are seeing on the chart, if I turn off the drawings, is price going higher and higher and higher, whether that's with the bodies or the wicks. I guess there's an argument over here, but we can very clearly see that price is going from this point at 34599 to 46, and I don't even need to say the rest because we know that that is significantly higher. However, the momentum waves are coming down. So while price is going up, momentum is actually coming down. So the chart is basically tricking you. This is not what I'm thinking. This is the signals that the messages that the chart is sending me, and all I'm doing is understanding it and relaying it back to you guys. It's not what I want. It's not, it's never what I want or whatever. Of course, as any crypto, we want it to go up. We're invested in it, but I'm just a messenger, and I'm just sending you the messages that I'm getting from this chart. And we are seeing that the momentum is coming down, although price is continuing up. And I've seen this is a textbook pattern. And this is basically a divergence, a disagreement in the chart and the indicator. So this is basically suggesting a rollover. Now, please do understand, although the title might say Kaspa is crashing or Kaspa is about to crash, understand that each candle is 5 days. So this could take months and months and months and months. Whether I say it's crashing and it doesn't crash for another month or whatever, the signs are there. So I'm just a messenger. We've got the bearish divergence technically. So turn on those drawings, and I think over the last video update, which was about a week ago or so, I drew out this resistance point over here, because if we want to get higher highs, I need to see body candle closes above 51900, and we were significantly higher in that 5-day period at 540, and we were above it by pretty much not 2 cents, but you know what I mean, pretty much well, it's not 2 cents, but a fraction. So we didn't get that 5-day close above this point, so we're not confirming high highs as we did over here, because this was our highest point. Let me just draw a line across, and we did get body candle close, so this did confirm a higher high, and because of that we see that indicator now putting in lower highs, and so that is the divergence right over there. So if we were actually going to continue higher, we needed to close above 51900, and we can see the failure of that with a significant bearish candlestick pattern called the shooting star. And as we know, the higher the time frame we go, the more accurate everything becomes, so all the signals become. So I have made a video in the past of where Kaspa, if it is going to dump, where would it actually find support. Now we've got 2 points of support, one being the 20 moving average. We've got a little area of support here, maybe that was found on the daily time frame, and that is simply sitting at 38171. So the price of 3 cents, 3.8 cents. Now, if it does fall beneath this point, we've got the 55 moving average on the 5-day time frame sitting at this golden pocket. And as you can see here, I'm getting these fibs from measuring this dump. Now we see a rejection over here and are holding this downtrending parallel channel, or just area of resistance, downtrending resistance. And so from this point, you're meant to continue in a downtrend, because I'm pushing down, I'm exhausting up, looking for continuation lower. But we found support right over here. So this is my point of interest. This is where we created that higher low. So we need to maintain this at all costs, otherwise you get a big dump back down to the range low, with chances of breaking even lower than that point and creating a downtrend. Basically, if we're losing this significant, you can see if you come back down to there, this would be a giant M pattern, lose this, and then yeah, it's crashing down. But we're not looking at that right now. We're looking at this higher low over here, so we just need to maintain that point. As you can see, it was once resistance, so let's see that now as support. We can see there was a shoulder, head and shoulder over here. The target was down there. We did not meet the target just because of the strength of Kaspa. We can see that we just came down to this horizontal support. We reclaimed the neckline, invalidating it. Now it gave us an opportunity to break out over here, and we got that sell candlestick, just confirming that this is a brick wall, and that potentially over the next months we may be seeing a rollover. So the rollover would begin. This is your first layer of defense. Then you come down to 786 if it fails like this. And if we then use the 20 as resistance, this is where we could be coming down more towards that golden pocket over there. Depending on how long this actually takes to come down, this 55 could have dragged up to the 786. So we might get actually quite lucky if it does just stop off over there. But it would make sense to come back down to this golden pocket, because this is where we were meant to continue in a downtrend, and everything changed in this area between these 2 points over here. So as long as we maintain this area between 22332 and 27135, this key area of support over here, even if it dumps down into there, this would still be considered an uptrend, and it still be considered bullish. Even if we do get a double top right over here, you break down, meet the target, I'm hoping that we do continue higher, because you're not losing that uptrend structure as we got a low here and a higher low. Yes, you would be losing this higher low over here, but you'd just be coming back down to this old one where we find key levels of support, and then hopefully go on an upward trajectory like this. But please do understand that this signal on the higher time frames, the 5-day, is not something that we should really be ignoring. That's why that first video update that I made on Kaspa wasn't really well received, but it's something that I just need to get off my chest and tell you guys, so that if anything does actually happen, yeah, I've got no guilty conscience by basically sending you that message. But of course, if we do just continue on an upward trajectory, we have those targets to the upside. Remember, we need a close above 5190 if we do want to continue higher. So you don't have to go down to there. Remember, you're still above the 20. In fact, this is your closest support. So it could just be the case that we're coming down to here and then having one more push towards these targets, and maybe that bearish divergence eventually plays out. But this is a signal that you can't ignore, and it's not an immediate signal. It's not saying, okay, from right now we're going to be dumping. It's just this is now starting to appear. We now need to see those selling off signals. So we're starting to get a double top over here, failure to break out. We're also getting those bearish divergences. So if we do continue to roll over, lose that 20 and the 786 fib, we're going to see that divergence actually playing out. Other than that, we are still in an uptrend. So even if this comes, we're in an uptrend. If it doesn't come, we're in an uptrend. We're looking at for 6 and 7 and 9 cents as the following targets, while we are still above this golden pocket, because remember guys, this was a push, exhaustion, continuation. We now changed that over here. So worst case if this is an uptrend, is back down to the golden pocket and then continuation, because we created that reversal wave. If we were to dump, let's just confirm that reversal wave and then actually continue. Otherwise we can just bounce from here and continue higher. So basically, dump or not, it's bullish. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you want me to teach you this so you can be advanced like me, be able to read the chart with as confidence and yeah, just with ease, so you're not really like stumbling on anything, send me a message. I'll get you started on the one-to-one mentorship plan. So just use those links in the description down below, and yeah, message me for that 25% discount. Otherwise, just go straight to the website if you are just considering joining the group chat or the course. Thank you guys.